Welcome to Viskand Hastreka Shas. In this video, we will talk about this palm. We start from the fingers. Let's see. First, we will talk about the setting of fingers. Let's see. If we draw a horizontal line, we can see that most of the fingers are in one way, so that we can say that the amount of Jupiter, Saturn and Sun are in good position. But if we talk about the little finger, the finger of Mercury, we can see it is quite long and it shows that the person will have good communication skill. Yet the thing is that the first phalange of Mercury finger is, you can say, quite long, quite big. It means that the person will have, you can say, good impression on the persons whom she or he will meet. And if we talk about the index finger, we can see that there is a little inclination towards the Saturn finger, so it shows that the person will have good belief in his or her religion, and whatever you can say, he or she will be very good believer of his religion. And if we talk about the other things, let's talk about them. First, we can see there is a huge gap in the little finger and finger of Apollo. It shows that person wants freedom of expression, he wants freedom, and he doesn't want someone to poke his or her nose in his work. And if we talk about the gap between Apollo finger and the Saturn finger, it shows that the person is quite careless about his work. And if you talk about the other things like that, the fingers are very beautiful, and the other thing is that it does not have notes, and whenever their fingers does not have notes, it shows that the person will be good admirer of art, beauty, and they will be not calculative or something like that. Not, you can say, in practical approach they will not be good, or you can say they will not be hard worker. And if we talk about other things in this palm, let's talk about the lines. First of all, we will talk about, we can see that this is the Symbian line. Whenever there is a line which is starting from the lifeline to mount of Mercury, it is symbol line. You can say it is present in this hand, and it shows that the person is driven by his emotions rather than his thought process. Okay, it means that emotions has dominated over him or her, whatever the person he is. And the second thing is that we can see that, you can say, it is in a wave formation, and which this is not a good sign. Whenever a line is in wave formation, it means that the flow, the energy of that line is not giving full results of that line. So it can say that the person has fluctuations in his emotions. And if you talk about the line of life, so we can see that line is, you can say, it has not too much good, it is very broad, so it means that the person will not have good immunity. Then we can see that there are many cuts here. You can see that there are many horizontal lines, and that shows that there will be problems from many sides. Like the horizontal lines in this area shows that the person will be harmed by their enemies, and the problems here shows that there will be problems from the side of family. So it shows that throughout life there will be problems, and the person will manage them on his own. And if we talk about the line of fate, we can see that the line of fate is quite good. If we talk about it, it starts from the starting of the palm, and it goes like that. And you can see there is another branch going to Mount of Jupiter. It shows that whenever a branch of fate line goes to Mount of Jupiter, it means that person will have good amount of money. There will be, you can say, there will be abundance of money in his or her life. And if we talk about the mind line, then we can see two things. First thing is that whenever a Symbian line is present in one's hand, then person is more driven by his emotions. And second thing is that if we consider that if this is the mind line, then we can say that the person It means that person will be, you can say, become self-dependent at the age of 28 to 29, at least 28 to 29. At that age he will become self-dependent. He will come to know that what is good for him or her, or what should be done for life, what should be done in his life to get achievements, to get success, to excel in her life. Okay, now we can see that there is a big island formation in this palm, and it shows that there will be some kind of blockage a person will feel in his or her life, that he will find that he is not, you can say, able to get the results, or he will always think that he is in some kind of prison and he is not able to, you can say, feel the warmth of people around him or her. Okay, and the second thing is that we can talk about that whenever there is a line going to coming from line of life and going towards Mount of Moon, it shows that the person will change his residence at that certain age. And the second thing we want to talk about, that there are, you can say, journey lines. Okay, so it shows that the person will go to many foreign lands. And if we talk about other things like that, we can see that in this palm, if we see, there is, you can say, palm is very much shining. And second another thing, that it is very smooth, and whenever this kind of things are present in the hand, we can say that person will have, you can say, luxurious life. But another thing I want to tell you one thing, that if we see the length from the base of thumb to lifeline, you can say it is not quite broader. It means that that person will have, you can say, less chances of progeny, and there will be problem in the birth of the child. And if you see, there is, you can say, not clear family line. This is the kind of formation. Whenever there is a chain formation in the base of the thumb, it means that the person will be very much attached to his or her family. And if we talk about the other points, like this is the thumb. Okay, and the thumb is quite, you can say, pointed. So it means that whenever thumb is pointed, it means that person is like too much, you can say, too much have willpower. So but the thing is that the first phalange is very much longer, so it means that the person will have good amount of willpower but will not be able to execute them in such manner so that he can have success. And if we see the amount of Jupiter, we can see there are some lines like this. So these lines are of ambitions. It means the person is quite ambitious and he wants to do something very good. And if we see there is a trident like formation, it means that after the age of 50 to 55, person will earn very much and will enjoy all the luxuries in his life. And we can see there is a sun line rising from here, and it's like that. So that person will, again I can say that one thing, that at the age of 50 or after the age of 50, person will surely rise, and he will have fame, name and wealth in his life. The only thing that the problem is that is a problem is, first thing is the Symbian line which is present in his hand. Second thing is that this island. So two things are to be taken in mind, that first the person should never, you can say, think for emotions. He should be, you can say, straightforward, and he should think about his career, or the preference should be like that. His approach should be very much pragmatic, practical, so he will never lose anything. He should utilize his opportunity.